the channel today. This guy right here, as you notice, he's not Santa Claus.
I got
he
called
does have
Santa
a
Claus
great look.
today.
He does have a great looking beard. By the way, he has played Santa Claus before, but I have too. And but we're going to talk today about whatever we want to talk about. But we're definitely going to get the story of Randy here, and we're going to talk about uh, what Randy thinks about BHT Grooming, his experience with BHT Grooming, and we're going to be talking about subscribers only, and we're going to just see what happens today. So
New
that being
products.
said,
Talking about new products. How about that? Wow.
new products, yes,
That's one thing that excites me. You're always kicking out new stuff. You've got things established. You got the products established. The oils, everything's good. You're coming up with new scents, and man, that's a blessing. And I'm glad because a lot of scents work different, in different types of weather, don't they? You know more
yes,
about that than
absolutely,
I do. You always just tell me what to put on. I mean, I'm just going to say it.
yeah. Hey, don't forget, I am your beard doctor.
All right, Beard Doctor, we got Wade in the house. Good to see you, Wade.
Thanks, Wade. Appreciate you, brother. So,
Suppose we got five
uh,
on here. Maybe we get a few more likes. That would help kick it out there a little bit more, maybe.
absolutely, get him going, Randy. Get him going.
Praise the Lord. Who hit that like button? Help us out. Double tap the screen. Hit the like however way you can. How
I
about
love it. I love it.
Roger?
I love it. I
How
love
about
it.
Roger?
Good to see you, Roger Depperman. He's bought a couple things from me. So let's talk about like different things today. What we have to offer. I have first of all, I have the Woody Woodpecker, and I know that Roger has purchased one. I planned on sending these out this week, and I got pushed back because I have one special gift deal that I'm wanting to include in every one of the Woody Woodpecker orders. It's something special, something that I have created, and it's held up in the mail. I was supposed to be here Thursday. Didn't get here yesterday. It's not here today. Now it's showing it's here in Wichita, but it's not going to be delivered till Monday. So once that stuff comes in, I'm going to be shipping off all of the packages for everyone that's purchased the Woody Woodpecker. And you might wonder, what is the Woody Woodpecker? The Woody Woodpecker is one of the most limited oils that you're going to find out there on the market right now. I am a true small batch beard company. I don't have a lot of beard oils sitting around and on a shelf in a warehouse. I don't. Everything is like made TLC with care. A lot of it's just freshly made. As far you order it, I make it, I send it. I do have some oils that are kind of stocked up, but my stuff is true small batch, 100% uh, made to order most of the time, and you're going to get great products. But that stuff will be shipping out on Monday. Very highly limited. Once it's gone, it's never coming back. There was a guy that a friend of mine named Matt, no BS beard reviews. That's his actual channel, but he actually reviewed the Woody Woodpecker and several other of my scents, and he had said that this was one of the best ouds he's ever smelled. And you got to understand, this guy has been doing this since before 2020. Hundreds and hundreds of reviews that he's done. He's had so many beard products in his beard, and to hear that, it's pretty awesome. And I'm hearing it from a lot of people. But I've got a lot of these Woody Woodpeckers that are being bought literally, Randy, every single day. I had one at like right before midnight, Thursday night. Then I had one this early this morning. It was not the Woody Woodpecker. It was actually Blue Suede Ember. Some lady had actually came on my website and bought an oil and a butter combo of the Blue Suede Ember, which you know about Blue Suede Ember. It's the latest scent that I released last month. What do you think about that one?
It's great. I love it. I love the smell on it. I love and here's what I always, how I judge well I like it. It's about how my wife likes it. Whenever I walk by her, I try something new on. I don't let her know. And I walk by and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh my." Man, that's good. That's what you got something new on? What is it and stuff? So yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
those that's not an eye catcher, not a nose catcher, but a wife catcher. Okay, so if you need a wife, get that stuff.
that's hilarious. James Percy, good to see you, brother. He's another one of my members on my channel of the
Good to
BHT
see you,
Roundtable.
James. Good to see you,
Um,
James.
I I did just ship off yours this morning. So here's the deal. Last night, James, I made your butter last night. It's completely fresh. Put it in the fridge overnight. Put the
All right. Okay, he's freezing up a little bit on us.
uh, Sorry. Also, I want to say this: the Frosty blend. The Frosty blend is something brand new. I'm telling you, not a whole lot of people's tried it yet, as far as on YouTube. But I have had few people order the Frosty blend, and I've had the Frosty blend in my beer like all week because it's been kind of cold. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Randy, it's kind of flipped upside down. So, we're going to talk more about your experience with BHT grooming with your nice, lovely white beard, how long it's getting. Believe it or not, my beard was actually longer than
Oh yeah.
Randy's, and he's actually beat me. And I'm going to tell you right now, Randy here is my father in law. We've known each other forever. And a lot. I'll get that into that in just a second, Randy. I'm gonna tell you, maybe you were on my live stream yesterday and heard somebody say something, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I do want to say this: the Frosty blend is almost flipped upside down from what you normally use of my stuff. Usually, the very top oils is going to be the jojoba, argan, sweet almond. Those are going to be the top three, like main players in my oils, with marula and castor kind of down there on the bottom part. But I'm gonna tell you, the flip side of this one is the castor is the big player in this one, and it's got an extra couple of carrier oils that have joined the team. I'm thinking like football. There's a draft. We've drafted in a couple of bangers when it comes to the cold weather. These guys, they like to hang out in the cold weather, and so I've got the top one castor, and then I've actually introduced avocado oil, which is, I love avocado oil, but I don't like the scent. Very, very strong, like a very herbaceous, or if that's the word I should use, just a very strong avocado scent. And it just doesn't do well in scents. You can kind of play around with essential oils, but the one that I did was an unscented avocado, which is fantastic for absorption when it comes to moisturizing your beard. And then I have the jojoba, argan, and this is where it switches a lot. I've got Bubba Sue oil that is another key player that I brought in, and then I put the sweet almond oil on the bottom part of it all. So there's no marula in this one, but I do have Babasu oil and avocado and the sweet almond, which is going to be more of a kind of a lighter consistency as far as the viscosities on the bottom. So it's kind of going to be a thicker viscosity, but it's going to be a slow absorbing one. And I love the scent, very invigorating. um you know Tara's like, I could definitely tell this is like a very invigorating type of scent. Almost smells, there is some peppermint in it, like a broken candy cane, if you will. It's peppermint type. It's going to have some lime in it. It's almost like I'm not a drinker, but mojito. A lot of people like mojitos. Again, I'm not a drinker. It's not going to make you feel like it smell like you're drunk or drinking or anything like that. But it does a great job. When I first put it in my beard, I felt the difference. Like it wasn't like it was better. It was just a different feeling that I put in the beard because it was acting different the way I wore it in the beard. And I just knew that at the end of the day, it was going to be protected. And I told Tara, I said, which is my wife, by the way, guys. I said, I want you to feel my beard. She felt it. She goes, oh my gosh, that's really, really soft. And the other day I had the frosty blend in and I put my beard butter in. By the way, I use my butter all the time, blank slate. I use blank slate because I can use different scents of oils. And
That's
I love
good.
my beard butter. A lot of people's been buying it, talking about it. And I will say this. Um, I've had a lot of interest in people wanting to buy my butters, and even, um, try to share it with other people around them because they enjoy it so much. But I'll say this: I put the beard butter in, I put that frosty blend in, and I usually always put beard butter in my beard at night before I go to bed, but I didn't the other night because it was so late in the early morning. I went to bed, I woke back up, and I thought, "Holy cow, my beard was still. You can still feel the softness of it. Like it was.
Nice,
It
nice.
wasn't greasy, it wasn't oily, but when I felt it, it felt like very soft. And it was incredible the fact that wow, this thing even like almost 24 hours later, still kicking and banging it out. So that's the frosty blend, and I wanted to talk about that woody pecker, which I already did. Very fast pushing one. It's when it's gone, it's gone. So let's talk more about you, Randy. Tell just kind of whatever you want to talk about. First of all, a lot of people thought that you were the reason why I started doing the beard stuff because of your beard. So I was like, well, that's kind of funny because my father-in-law ran had like a goatee
Yeah,
and he
something
had a
short.
short beard.
Yeah.
So, but this is something new heights that you have made it to with this big long white beard the
Yeah.
last year.
First time ever growing it out. And I'm just kind of curious. You got people, I know you sell this stuff all over. So if you would, guys, just tell me where you're from. I'm kind of curious. Of course, we're from Kansas here, and that, but I'm kind of curious, everybody, where they're from, how far out you're getting, and where all it's going and stuff. But you're doing a great job. I greatly appreciate it. And so, yeah, about a year and a half ago, I decided to start growing my beard out, and I've trimmed it. It would be longer than this, but I've trimmed it some. And but the greatest thing that I can think of is Chad always says this, and if there's no better words than this, just let it grow, let it grow, because you're going to get frustrated along the way. There's going to be days you're not going to be happy with it, and so I've got to give kudos to you for this, brother. You've uh, not only have you helped me, and you've encouraged me along the way, and you should. I'm your father-in-law, but I see you do this to everybody. You're willing to help whoever. If you say, "Well, I got a dry beard," or "I got this going on," what kind of stuff should I use because of my skin's doing this? And you've got such great knowledge, and I appreciate you because you've been doing this a while. You're not a newbie on here, and you got your own creation stuff. Central Illinois, Roger. God bless you from Central Illinois. That's good right there. And so you bend over backwards with people. You help them out. You send them. Sometimes when they purchase stuff, you'll send them free samples of this to try this out. And the good thing I like about Chad's stuff is it works. I mean, plain and simple. It's inexpensive because he's not a great big company, but it works. And I have not had anyone said I've tried it and didn't like it. I'll just say that out of all the scents I put on, I've never had one anyone didn't like. But and it's interesting too that I have learned that a certain scent, amber trail, whatever, might smell a little bit different in somebody else's beard than it does mine. And so there's different scents that just hit your beard right, just hits it right, and you go, wow, that's the one. That's the one that everybody keeps saying, man, you got something different. What do you got on? I really like that. And they think I got cologne on and stuff, but it is just the beard scent. And the thing about I like too about it is it lasts. I mean, it lasts. Now you can put it on in the morning and later in the day, even when you don't smell it or think because you're used to it, you go, "Wow, I can smell that clear over here." And I go, "What? You still smell my scent and my beard?" And so I'm thankful that you got stuff that's like. In other words, let me just say this: it's high quality stuff. And yes, you put it out there for whoever to review them, whether it be the scents, whether it be your oils, whether it be your beard wash, all kinds of great reviews by everybody. And so we know it's a great product and stuff like that. We just got to get it out there, get it in the hands of people. And so this is where we're asking for you guys to help purchase it and then tell somebody. Word of mouth is great. And
Yeah.
and so I'm thankful for what because I remember there was 2 or 3 times and growing my beard out that I wanted to give up. I talked to Chad. I said, I just want to give up. And so he's helped me through it. He's told me ways to do stuff, whether it be the way you're drying it, the way you're brushing it out while you're drying it, what times that you're putting in the oil, how wet is your beard after the oil. I mean, this guy's got the knowledge. And so that's why we fail. We fail a lot of times on our beard because we don't have the knowledge. And here, Chad's on here giving out free knowledge all the time, doing videos all the time, practically every day, for people to gain knowledge on how to grow a beard free. That's what he does. And so, but try his product out. I know almost everyone on here probably has, but get it out there. Buy it now while he's got this new stuff out. This stuff that's great for winter, this new oud scent. Get all this out here and use it for Christmas gifts. Use it to. I'll just say this: if you got friends that you want to impress, just get them even one bottle of oil. Just say, hey, a gift from me to you. Get them a bottle of that oil. Give out to some of your friends at work, maybe some people you go to church with. Is what I always think of, because that's where I give a lot of gifts out to people that I appreciate and show the love and that for them. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to thank you because you gave them a high quality product that really maybe changed their beard. I told Chad one time he was thinking about a name on one of his beard oils and that. And I promise you, this stuff, for the first time when I put it in my beard, it changed it. I mean, it changed. It took me from depressed to want to shave my beard to I've never seen it look this good type of stuff. And I called Chad up and he goes, yeah, I was thinking about naming it this and that. And I said, listen, here's what you got to name it, dude. Liquid gold. Name that baby liquid gold, because I never ever had anything that changed it like that. And he goes, oh, that name's already taken. Well, it's liquid gold. To me, it's liquid gold. And so your products has changed me, but not only just your products that has changed my beard and stuff, but your help and stuff along the way. And I'm sure everyone on here could probably say, yes, that has tried your products. They're great. And everyone that has communicated with you says, yes, Chad's been there for me. He's been there to help me. He's been over backwards. Customer service, he gets on it. He gets it out. I mean, that's what more can you ask for? He's a Christian, and I'll just say this: he's a Christian preacher, and he's a man of his word. And so, why wouldn't you want to deal with somebody that's going to be reliable, somebody that's going to be a man of integrity? And he is. And so, I pray this video gets out there, and a lot of people hears that, because that means a lot. Why would you want to spend, a lot of money on stuff that you don't know if the guy's going to come through and all this and that? But thank you for being a man of integrity, and thank you for all the times you've taken care of me. I wouldn't have my beard, so appreciate it.
Well, thanks, Randy. I appreciate that. I will say that um, I'm excited. I'm super excited about the new year, 2026. It seems like, a lot of times in the past, you kind of dread, man, it's going to be another year. This year was kind of a tough year. This year was hard. There's a lot of people that have had that experience this year, has said, man, this has been a tough year. I've lost a lot of loved ones. I've lost my job, or maybe I don't have very much income. It's just been a rough year, maybe in my marriage, all these things. But it has been a tough year, but it's been a very rewarding, like, blessed year for me personally. And it's because I've been wanting to start my business out for a very long time. I talked to you a lot last year about starting the business, and getting started. And it was all in God's timing, but it was amazing how in June I launched this business, the very beginning of June, and here we are 6 months later. And it's I've never seen the explosive growth as I have this last month. I mean, it's just I think it's just all these people all over the country coming on my website and buying stuff, and it's amazing. But it's exciting because for me, I feel like I put in a lot of hustle and a lot of work, and I think in 2026 it's gonna really explode. But it'll always be me. It'll always be still small batch. I'm always gonna put in the extra work. But going back to, going to some some conferences and stuff, giving out some little samples to different guys that have beards, and then them trying the sample, turn around and rebuying the whole bottle. And I've got a guy that I gave one little sample to back in July when we were in Texas and the or Kansas City. And the craziest thing is this guy every month or every month and a half, he'll buy like, several oils at a time and several butters. And he's hung up on Amber Trail. I can't get him to try anything else. He's an old country guy, but he says the Amber Trail is what works for me. It gets me compliments. People, when I hug people, they always say I smell so good. He's a guy that he'll wear denim every single day, the same looking clothes every single day. Lives out in the country. He's a pastor at a church way down in Oklahoma, the southeast part of Oklahoma. But every time he always buys that Amber Trail. Just incredible, amazing to think. And then I've got guys out there that will swear up and down that they just purchased the blue suede Ember, the newest one I just dropped, and they're like, you know what, that one has rose to the top, right underneath Woody Woodpecker, or maybe they haven't tried Woody Woodpecker. They say blue suede ember is one of your best. In fact, I'm thinking of John Cross from our church. Doesn't have a big beard. He used to. He's cut it off, but he's like, man, I love that blue suede ember. And he always, even here's the funny thing. There's another guy that goes to our church, and he's a business owner, and he's a very successful business owner, and he doesn't even have any facial hair, but yet he's bought my beard wash twice because he uses it. I'm guessing maybe on his head here. I don't know, but he likes the way it smells so much that he's bought it several times. And I'm like, dude, this is just crazy. It's just, but my beard wash, it ended up on a top 5 with Born Bearded. If you guys haven't checked that one out, I've tried a lot of beard washes out there, and there's a lot of great ones out there. And I'm not saying that mine's better than anybody else's, but I will say that it lathers very well. It does not strip your oils out of your beard, keeps it nice and moisturized and soft. Smells great. It's got a great lather. One of the things I love, Randy, about beard washes when you have a great lather. If it just goes on there and it just sits there and doesn't do nothing,
Love it.
I really don't care for those beard washes, honestly, but this one does a fantastic job. It's the signature beard
Yeah.
wash from BHT Grooming, and um, I've got new things coming to the website, fragrances that people have already been buying inside of my church that I haven't started publicly selling. And then I've got body washes coming in all the scents. So, and these fragrances aren't going to be like just, one just spray on that's real cheap in a little plastic bottle. These are glass bottles. They look like real, obviously, fragrances. And they're going to be extracted perfumes, which are going to last longer on your skin and your clothes. So,
Really
I want my.
nice labels, good quality. Really
Thank
nice
you.
labels and good quality. I really like them. And hey, if anybody's got questions on here, I've been on here one time before, a long time ago, and a lot of people would ask questions. I really like that, because this is
Yeah.
the place that you can get free information. You got questions about different things and that, so you guys feel free to ask questions and stuff that might come up. And I know most all these guys in here have used stuff, but sure, we always want to continue to be learning about products and trying new stuff. And when you were saying about different people, I thought of that. Is it Rick that used to go to our church? But there's nothing that you have out that he doesn't have. If you say I'm coming up with something
Yeah.
new, he gets it. He gets it. He
Total
he
fan.
tries it all, and that's the way to really become. Find out what product which one you really like, and it's a good way also to trying different things to become more knowledgeable. I mean, that's what we all need to do is learn more. That's why if you guys got questions, just ask. Just ask. Like what kind of brush you use, what kind of combs are you using, and I found out different things work for different people's beards too,
Yeah.
as far as brushes.
Absolutely.
But man, we need ideas. That's the thing about it. We need ideas where to start and where to go from there. So, if anybody's got
Absolutely.
questions, so
I was going to say that I believe that this company is growing organically. God is obviously blessing it, and it's organically. I'm not, paying high advertisement, fees and getting people to push it out there, that are going to just fluff and lie about it. But I had my BHT, by the way. I do want to start pushing these shirts, BHT Grooming. got the big old circle logo on the back, black and white. I love this shirt. I love black and white. Um, and the more t-shirts I get, the better the pricing becomes. And so I will say that very comfortable shirts. My sister-in-law makes these for me to sell. But I will say this: I was wearing my same design, but it was a hoodie the other day at a Quick Trip. And I don't even know if I even told you this, but I was at a Quick Trip. I was at the counter and I had a drink. Um, buy my drink, and a guy comes up to me, real nicely taken care of, groomed guy. And he comes up and he goes, BHT Grooming. He goes, what is this your company? And I said, or what company is that? And I said, oh, it's a company that I just started here in Wichita or in Hayesville. And he goes, really, you make oils? And I said, yes, I do. And I go, do you use beard products? He goes, yeah. I said, really? I said, well, what do you use? And he goes, I'm a big fan of Live Bearded. And I said, really? I love Live Bearded. I said, I know the owners, they're great guys. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, they're really good guys. And I gave him my business card and I said, definitely try my stuff out. I would love for you to check it out. And when we were walking out the door, he blew my mind by what he said. I never hear anybody locally say stuff about YouTube, like they know stuff about YouTube. When I was walking out the door, he goes, yeah, he goes, when I looked at you, I thought, dude, you look like Dan C. And I thought, you got to be kidding me. Dan C bearded, and he watches it. And so what did he do? I didn't know it was the same guy. I get orders all the time, and I was shipping my orders off and printing out the shipping labels, and this one was in Wichita, the location. If I would have caught that before I printed the label out, I probably would have just met him somewhere and gave it to him. But come to find out, it was that same guy. He placed a blank
Nice.
slate oil. It was just a blank slate oil, no butter, no scent, just the oil, because he wanted to test out and see how the oil works before he turns around and buys a fragrance scent. And so he texted me last night and he said, I just got the product and I just put it in my beard. And he goes, it feels fantastic. It styles well. Great product. And I thought, dude, this is
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Just random guy just in
Yeah.
Wichita over there by the church off Lincoln and Hydraulic.
Awesome.
And I thought, dude, this is crazy. I mean, just organically, people just what's the chances of that guy being a bearded guy, knowing the people I know and coming up to me and seeing
Yeah.
my logo?
So I love this. I love this. So I love when someone asks a question because listen, I don't have the answers, but maybe you might. Did you see what James Piercy put down here? I wish there was something that would fight humidity for beards here in Florida because it's a killer. Been down there, not when I had a long beard, but it's been over a year since I've been down there. But you're right, buddy. You've got humidity down there. So what is there anything, Chad, that you know that could maybe help with that, or is it best to do something more often, or what that can help a beard down there where there's a lot of humidity?
Well, first of all, you were just there down there in August with us. So, and
Oh
I
yeah, I
do
did. I did. You're right. You're
yeah,
right. My
it's
bad.
it, it's okay. I would do the same thing because we were there a couple times, but I fought humidity really bad when we were down there in Panama City Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
What's up, Isaiah? Good to see you, buddy. Um, there are different carrier oils out there that can help fight against humidity. And that may be something that I might want to sit down and really maybe come up with a certain blend um, for humidity. Have the blend for like, the colder weathers to trap moisture in, to lock moisture in, to keep it from getting dried out, but also come up with the blend that will help you counteract humidity. The best thing I can tell you for humidity, though, is going to be use some beard balm and beard butter because that will help kind of regulate it. But other than that, I mean, it's just one of those discovery things of just really sitting down in the lab and messing around with it. Obviously, I don't live in a place that has high humidity. It's moderate, so it would be kind of hard for me to have somebody judge that. But what I could do is I could make a blend to fight humidity and maybe ship you a sample to try out and see how it works in your beard in Florida. Because if it works great in Florida, then it might be a winner for other places that deal with humidity, and so that's definitely an option to look at, James, when it comes to trying to do that. But what I would say right now, in the meantime, I would just make sure to use beard balm or beard butter, and sometimes it's good to use both. And I know that sounds probably weird, but
That's what I was going to ask. I was crazy. Is there a way you can use both? Or can you, let's say you put beard butter on in the morning, can you put it on in the evening too? Can you put it on twice? That way it's helping fight that or no?
yeah, yeah. So
I don't
first,
know.
so there's a lot of beard butters that have like wax in it, which to me is more of a beard balm. I don't put
Yes,
any
I
wax
agree.
in my butters because it's not going to be a true butter. It's more of a beard balm. Every beard balm that I know has beeswax in it. Mine has beeswax in it. I don't have wax in my butters. So what you could do is you could get like a beard balm that it has everything that the beard butter has, but has that wax. Put it in your beard. If you're gonna do the balm with the wax, make sure you do it earlier in the day. Do not ever put beard balm in your beard before you go to bed. Don't do it
Yeah, I
because
can imagine.
you'll lay on it, and that wax can be very high in the comedogenic scale, which is more advantageous to or more susceptible to clog your pores. And so you want to have something that's not going to do that. So butter, let's just say you put beard balm in your beard in the morning, locks the moisture in during the day, it keeps it filed, uh, helps with humidity. And then at night, you could put just a little bit of beard butter in your beard to go to bed with. So, but the thing about it is that depending on the butter, there's a lot of people out there that have different butters. I've tried tons of butters, and not all of them are great. Some of them are great, not all of them are great. For myself personally, I can put beer butter in during the day, and it can be good all the rest of the day and throughout the whole night. It lasts a very long time. And I think it's because of the ratio of the oils compared to the butters. Just coming up with a great solid one that's going to last and really just absorb into the beard. Again, my butters don't leave any greasy, oily residue. You put it in, and within like 10, 15 minutes later, you can rub your hand through it, and it's dry. I mean, it's not over dry. You can feel it in your beard, but it's not leaving like a greasy residue on your hand. And a lot of butters do that. A lot of butters will make your beard look like it's real shiny. I'm not really a big shiny guy. There are oils that can cause your beard to look shiny, but a lot of guys like the shininess. I personally don't like the shine, but that's what I would recommend as far as the balm and the butter. You could put a balm during the morning, but if you need to put a butter at night, you can do that too. I certainly would not use an oil twice a day. If you got in the shower in the morning, get out, leave your beard where it's like really still wet, barely tap it, and then put the beard oil in. When there's a lot of moisture and water in your beard, put the oil in because it will lock in that moisture, because obviously oil and water does not mix. It'll separate, but it'll separate that water moisture inside of your follicles. And so that's what locks it in. You can put the beard butter in about 5 minutes later. Blow dry your beard, or use a heated straightener, heated brush if you want to. I use a heated brush for my mustache only, and that's it. Put the butter on at night or something, but don't put the oil in ever if there's no water in your beard. Don't ever do that. That was one thing that I failed when I started. I get a beard oil halfway in the day in the mail, and it smells so good, and I put it in my beard. But then I realized that you should never put oil in your beard unless you have your beard wet, because it's not going to do anything. It's not going to lock into the follicles. It's just going to sit there on your beard instead of absorbing. And we've got Rick in the house today. Good to see you, Rick, Mr. Captain Plane Spotter. Mr. Rick's got something from me before. He actually had a gift given to him in a giveaway not too long ago, and I don't remember what I shipped him. I think it may have been a beard wash. Sure.
All right. So tell us what did you get from Chad, and tell us how you liked it right here in front of everybody. Just tell us what you thought of it. Give us a review on it live.
If you
What do
don't,
you
if you
think,
didn't
Rick?
like it, I won't be upset. I promise.
Yeah,
It
yeah. If
won't
you
bother
just
me.
tell us, be honest, and I like the people you send stuff to do reviews because the ones you have do reviews. They can't be bought. I mean, they're going to tell you, what it is. I
Mm,
love what you said. So,
yeah.
all right, the beard wash feels amazing. All right, praise the Lord.
Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. Well, did you have anything else that you want to share or add to that, Randy?
Uh, really not at this time. I just thought, I'd get on here and be able to tell everybody that, I wouldn't even have a beard if it wasn't, one, for your help, but two, for your products and stuff. So thank you for making such great products. Thank you. Even this is an example here when Jane Piercy says, "Hey, what can a guy do? I live in Florida. Humidity's high. What can I do?" You're willing to say, "Listen, you know what? Maybe I need to dig into that. Maybe I need to study that out. Maybe I need to try some." He'll go to all that trouble just to help one person. And ultimately, if he finds something that works, then it's going to work for other people too. So thank you for all the products you have. I mean, you don't just have beard oil, you don't just have beard wash, you don't just have beard butter, beard balm. You got all kinds of things to help people out. And so you're a one-stop shop. I like that. I like that. And I appreciate you. And thanks for your heart that you do so many giveaways and to help people out. You're willing just to get your product out there. You're willing to just live without a lot of money coming in just to get it out there because you know what you got's good. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I appreciate you. I'll probably get off here, but I appreciate you
Yeah.
and
Thank you for stopping
uh,
by and
uh,
helping. Hey, let me ask one last question before you go. How many compliments do you think you get a day on that beard?
quite a few, quite a
Oh, by
few.
the way, if you guys haven't checked out our other channel, Pastor Randy here and I, we have another channel, and he's on every single day. But yeah, go ahead and share. Like, what do you see almost on a normal, regular basis? I know I
Well,
see it when I'm just in the chat.
and it doesn't even matter if it's this time of year or not. It doesn't matter if it's summer or what. It's always Santa Claus. You get Santa Claus. Hey, if they're calling me Santa Claus, that's kind of a compliment. That's saying that I got a little bit of something there anyway. But I get Santa Claus. I get ZZ Top. I get David Letterman. You can go on and on. That golfer, what's his name, Chad? That
That's
uh,
funny.
so you name it, they're going to come up
Yeah.
with whatever. And but it doesn't bother me. But matter of fact, most of it they don't realize it's a compliment, and talking. But I do get a lot of people come on there, you know. They'll probably three or four today really encouraged me because they come on there talking about how tough my beard looks, how great it looks, how stout the beard looks, or something like that. And they'll just say stout beard bro and go on, or they'll just say awesome beard bro, or wish I had something like that bro. And man, I was always that. Listen, until a year ago I was always that guy saying there's no way I could grow anything like that. There's no way. I never thought I could have ever done this, Jen. Seriously. So here I am, waited till almost 69, and thinking, well, God did this and allowed this to work out. So praise God. I'm thankful for that. I give God all the glory, but He uses your products, all right. Not that He uses them, but He used your products to help my beard.
God's got a
Hey,
great
here's
looking beard.
another
I'm
thing.
telling you.
Because we're a Christian content channel,
Right.
they'll say it's you don't even have Jesus because Jesus was against beards. But I know Jesus had a beard. The Bible even said they plucked out his beard, and stuff. So anyway, it's funny. A lot of
I
times
would have
people just
gave I would have gave Jesus some beard oil.
yeah. Would you gave it to him for free?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
another thing about you, brother. I have seen. Now, listen, I don't know a lot of people that have beard products and stuff. I've tried a lot of different stuff. Chad helped me with other stuff beforehand and told me this guy's product and that. But I've seen you give away more beard oil to people just to help them out. I'm talking about. There's people in our church, so we go to church. There's 300 there, and there's people that would never ever try beard products. You know why? Because they don't have the money. They don't have the money. And if they ever did or had, I'm telling you, time we're in the downtown. I mean, it's just there's just not a lot of money there. And so here's Chad. He'll just try this, use this, just try some, and they love it. They may not be able to even buy it later on, but he gifted to them free, and they absolutely loved it. And so thank you for just loving on people and giving them your product and stuff. I know you can't do that to everybody. You're actually trying to make a living off this, but anyway, Ian Davies on here. God bless you.
Hey, Ian, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Uh, Thanks for coming by. But anyway, thanks for letting me come by for a little
Yeah,
bit. Well, it was an honor and privilege. And listen, for all you've given me and do for me, anything I can do to give back to help you out. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Christian brother, so I'm not going to lie and say you got a good product when you don't. It's been great for me, so I appreciate it.
thanks, Randy. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right.
We'll see you later.
All right. See ya.
So let me just say this. If you have tried my products out before and you want to give a testimonial, you want to share your thoughts on it, I would be happy to bring you on a live stream just like I did Randy. Where you may not even want to be on here with your face. I get it. That's fine. You don't have to. But if you want to, it's open for you. If you are on Instagram, you can go on Instagram and go to my Instagram page. It's at BHT Grooming. Leave a review. Go to my website. There is a section where you can leave a review. If you like my products, leave a review. Tell people what you think about it. Tell people what your favorite scents are. Tell people what your favorite product is. If it's the wash, if it's the oil, that stuff does help. By the way, go to Google. Just Google in BHT Grooming and leave a review on Google. That helps me. I don't pay for reviews. I just ask if it's good, leave a review, tell somebody about it. I was in Walmart. We practically live at Walmart. It seems like I'm in the parking lot at a Walmart while my wife is shopping. The other night, we were checking out, and this one guy looks at me from another lane and almost looked like maybe he was like a gangbanger. I'm not trying to stereotype, but he just seemed like maybe he could have been, but again, maybe that's stereotyping. I don't know. But he looks at me. He just looks at me and just like this. And my wife's thinking, "What's he doing?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Your beard looks great, man." And I go, "Thanks, man." I said, I hope so. I hope that my beard would look good being a men's grooming company owner." And he's like, "Really?" And he looks at my hat and he goes, "BHT." And I said, "Yep." I said, "Go check it out." And he's like, "I'll do it." And then yesterday I was walking through Walmart and I had a guy walk by and he goes, "Oh man, I miss it. I miss it. I miss having a beard." And you know what? It's a lot of those guys out there that cut their beards and then they regret it later. So many times I have done a transparency cut or maybe tried to shape it because I just wanted to look a lot more chiseled and nicer. And you know what I do? About 2 weeks later, a month later, I'm looking back and go, man, I wish I did not cut my beard. It looked so, so good. Why did I do it? And so now my wife's like, don't cut your beard. You're not going to cut your beard. And so she keeps me upside or right side up when I'm looking to maybe cut my beard. Now, I'm not going to say that I've been wanting to cut my beard for a while. I have not. I've enjoyed growing it out. Um, I love growing my beard. There's something about it when you clean your beard and you put oil in and you shape it up with your comb and some heat. There's something about it that just makes you feel good. And it's just, when you take care of yourself, there's something there mentally that helps you. It helps you just, it lifts your mood when you're actually making progress with your beard. What's your best head oil for myself? So I have a pre-shave oil that has all the carrier oils in it. It's got a little bit more castor and it does have olive oil in it. And the castor is just a real nice thick barrier to help you when you shave your head. So I don't know if your son shaves his head or not, but it is a great oil for shaving on your face or your head. Now, as far as your son's head, I'm not sure if there's a reason. If he's got hair, I am actually. Okay. Yeah. So it works perfect. I use it all the time on my head. I do. I use the one that I use all the time. There's two of them. Um, I love all the scents, but there's only two that I have that I've been using because I took my own products and used it myself. Unscented and rustic timber is the ones that I use. I love Amber Trail, I love Blue Suede Amber, all of those scents. But those are the two I use, and I use them on my cheek lines. I'll put the oil on, and I'll wait a few minutes. First, I'll put the tool on to straighten both sides of my cheek lines. I'll draw it out with the pencil, and then I'll put that pre-shave oil on my cheeks, put it on my head, wait a couple of minutes, and I will actually use the pre-shave oil as an actual shaving cream or shaving oil, I guess I should say. And I do it. And when I do a electric head shaver, I'll put the oil on. I'll wait a few minutes, and then I'll just hit it with the electric shaver or a razor, doesn't matter. But they work well. They're the cheapest thing on my site too. They're $15, and you get the pump top. I love the blue, cobalt blue pump tops. Really, really helpful and easy to keep your head looking smooth and clean, and just have that nice looking, just the look that you get off of it. With that being said, I did want to say something else. Just trying to think what I was going to say. Oh yeah. Um, the best advice I can give you guys is just don't cut your beards. I appreciate that way. That support. I do appreciate your guys' support. Um, Growing a beard, it's something that not everybody can do. A lot of people get to the point where they just say, I just can't get past beard itch, so they shave it. But if they were educated, they probably would try to grow a beard. Now, there are women that don't like their husbands having beards, and most of the time it seems like because they just don't take care of their beard. If you had the right information and the right tools in your hands to make yourself a great looking beard, I'm telling you right now, most people would respect the fact that you are intentionally growing a beard. So I think the whole flack why bearded guys get so much heckle um, from people is because a lot of men just grow their beards out naturally and they don't take care of them. Men have been taking care of their beards for centuries. And you may not know this, but hundreds, thousands of years ago, people were still using oils in their beards. Even in the stone, like where they didn't have the tools that we have now, the trimmers and stuff. You know what they were doing? They were probably using some type of a rock utensil to cut their beards and stuff and to shape them. So beards have been around forever. It's not some fad trend that's just coming. It's going to be gone again. They've been around forever. But it seems like you're starting to see a shift. There are more younger men, Generation Z, or all the millennials. You're seeing a lot of people, men, growing beards these days, and I believe it's going to continue. The men's grooming industry. They say it's going to grow from like point. I could be wrong on the numbers, but I think a few years ago it was like, maybe it was last year, 0.3 billion to over a billion. Um, and by 2030. So there's a lot of guys out there that are figuring this out. I told my wife, I said, have you ever thought that you'd go to like a Lowe's and go to like a Bucky's or go to Walmart and you start seeing beard oil all over you? I mean, J.C. Penney, beard oil. Nobody would have thought about 5, 10 years ago there would be beard oil all over the place for men to buy. It's because it is a thing. It's a true thing. It works. And even these big companies are figuring that out. The only thing is that a lot of these big companies are making beard oil, but they're just cutting corners a lot on the ingredients. They're just trying to get something that maybe looks real nice on the outside. The marketing is fantastic for some of these companies, but the quality isn't that good. They're not using really good premium products. As far as the carrier oils, they might have one like a jojoba, maybe a argan, but you see very often like castor. You don't see very often like sweet almond oil, and some of them you might. But the fact of it is that small batch is the reason why we talk about going small batch, and the reason why is because if you want something that's fresh, you'll buy small batch. If you want something that's been sitting on a warehouse shelf for a long time,
you can go to the store and buy something. A lot of times it's cheap at Walmart because, they have to sell it so cheap to get people to buy it. Um, but a lot of guys have told me that they just don't like beard oil because they've used it before and it broke their skin out, maybe gave them some ingrown hairs. So I ask them, I go, well, where'd you buy it at? Did you buy it on Amazon, some random store, or did you buy it at a big box store? And you know what they tell me? I got it at Walmart. Well, what'd you get? Everyman Jack? Yes, Everyman Jack or Gillette. Some people get the new Dr. Squatch. I can't say anything about that because I don't know very much about it, but didn't seem like their carrier oils in it was like amazing, pretty simple. But I will say that if you find yourself getting a lot of ingrown hairs in your skin under your beard, this is what you need to do. You need to immediately stop using whatever you're using. You need to look on the ingredient list and see if there's something in there like coconut oil. Coconut oil is in a lot of oils, and it's a great oil, but it's very, very bad sometimes when it clogs your pores, and it can. You can still have clogged pores if you use way too much oil. You can have a great oil and use too much oil and still clog your pores. So there's a fine balance to it. You learn your beard, you put the few drops in and wait 30 minutes and see if your beard still feels like it's dry. If it's still dry, put a little bit more in. But if it's over like kill and it's greasy and it's shiny and it's all, having that effect, then perhaps maybe you put way too much oil on your beard. So you have to know how much you do. And once you do, and you have it locked in, you know how many drops that you use of the oil, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. This is just kind of where you're at, what you do. Good to see you, Billy, in the house. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you would. I would appreciate it. Again, I want to leave you guys with this. If you want to support me and you want something amazing, go check out the Woody Woodpecker. It's limited. It's very low, like it's low inventory. I've had probably like 20 something orders. I still have to ship out when come Monday when I get the stuff that I'm going to put in it. The special gift that I'm giving to everybody with the Woody Woodpecker. Um, but if you want in on it, if you don't want to miss it, it will probably never come back again. You need to go ahead and grab it and reserve your spot. If you are concerned about the cold weathers that we're going to be having, it's going to be getting colder and colder. You just want to lock in your moisture, lock your beard where it's just set and it's good to go. You don't have to worry about it. Go pick up a Frosty blend. It smells incredible. I'm telling you, put it in your beard. You put that heat on it, just an amazing aroma, and it makes your beard look great. Doesn't matter how cold it is outside. You get like frostbite, and your beard will still be fighting and staying true to where it's at. Amazing. So, you want my favorite scent? Well, I have a scent coming out next month that's going to be amazing. It's got a name that I put on it that is just something personal to myself. But uh, Blue Suede Embers, fantastic cologne vibes. It's going to smell kind of like Bleecker Street by Bond Number 9. You also got Midnight Current. Amazing, amazing cologne scent. More of like maybe a date night scent. It's going to kind of smell like Armani Code Profumo. And if you want something nice and clean and aromatic, just a nice mineral type of vibe to it. You can always pick up Deepwater Spice, which is kind of my take on Acquadigio Profumo that they discontinued. That was probably one of the best scents that they had, flankers wise, to get rid of. And it's going to be like $300-400 to get a 3.4 ounce bottle of that now, but you can find it in the Deepwater Spice. So I've got a lot of great stuff. Oud Essence, one of my top sellers when it comes to oud, like a Tom Ford oud wood type of scent. So all of my scents are going to smell fantastic and amazing. Old Saddle, if you're a leather guy, masculine, boozy, rum, all that type of stuff, it's going to last all day. The scent all day. Very, very unique masculine scent. That's going to be Old Saddle. And obviously, I have Blank Slate, which is no scent at all. And I'm trying to think of the other ones that I have. I'm telling you guys these in case you want to get something for Christmas, a stocking stuffer. Maybe you want to try something out yourself. Um, have several different scents. Rustic Timber. I know that James just Florida. Just purchased some, and I just shipped it off this morning, brother. Again, but nice woodsy, piney. I'd say more like a guayac wood type of feel to it. Um, no cinnamon in it, but man, it's just got some depth in it, and it's going to be great for Christmas time, like Christmas and fall in a bottle. You're gonna love it, guys. Again, it's available. I tagged a couple of them down below in this chat. But if you want to get some, you want to level up your beard care, definitely get with it. Check it out. Know that I'll get it to you as soon as possible. And I'm here. I'm the owner. I'm here. You know me. Here every day on BHT and Beer Tested Threads for BHT Grooming. And I'm here to answer your questions. You can always send me an email, info@bhtgrooming.com. I always respond back to every comment on my YouTube channel and every email that is sent. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, great Saturday. Stay warm, and I'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate you all.